eternal night. Heroes from across worlds stand and unite. No other foe or force can match their might. The once great people of this world now hide in fear. All chaos shaken by the power of sword and spear. The black-clad armies of the Dark One now draw near. But in the distance, the sergeant and the bear appear. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. Wings spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. Wings spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Legions of Romans stand and let their arrows fly. The roaring of dragons and machines fills the sky. Secret agents and the generals they defy. Swarms of orcs and samurai raise their banners high. In the wake of death, only one man stands alone. The sergeant raises his sword high silver shone. He condemns the chaos worn on his soul. He stands longing for the day he may return home. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. Wings spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Until the war for the world's brains is won, they will fight until they're undone. But Akira will stand alone as one, and the bloodshed is finally done. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. We spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation. Great heroes of past the law, no power has seen before. We spread far across the sky, marching across the great divide to save the world from deterioration, to end the age of annihilation, 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 to end the age of annihilation.
Welcome to ToV Live. It is that time. I'm looking at my levels. Levels look good. I think they look good. Alright. So yeah, let's paint, and hopefully this stream will be better than last Sunday's fiasco of a stream. Anyway, oh, and you can't see my face here. I gotta move this thing. Remove this thing over here. Here. Alright. Slight minor train wreck. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the ToV live stream. I'm Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla, or you can call me Tails if you'd like to abbreviate that name. And tonight, well, I got the paints out. I'm like slowly doing something to these tricksters, as you can see right here. I'm gonna make them a little bit more like an elf, elf-like like Santa's elves, like type creatures. And then what else do I have? I have our Kraken thing. And it looks like he's got 2 bloody stumps there, but there's actually magnets that are in those stumps, and the actual appendages right here. And here, I'm just waiting for, I'm waiting like a couple of days for the red part of the stump to dry. So the stuff doesn't fall off when the magnets stick together with it again. Probably put it on a kind of finish on it too. But gonna be working on them. I'm getting some of the eyes, tentacles. I gotta put like something on suction cups of the tentacles too. Might do some. Well, I'm trying to make it brownish white, because the eyes I already have as being white there on the guy. And then of course we have Scavarith, still a work in progress here. I'm gonna probably be adding some red gold on the guy tonight, a little bit in areas that need red gold. We'll see. We'll see how long we have. Let's see how long we have for tonight. And then I just wanted to show some finished stuff here. These are like VC minis, but this is, yes, it looks like something from Star Wars, but this is also Azedian infantry, and I got about 3 squads worth. 3D printed, finally painted, finally based. I just need a card for it now. But got that guy, and then 4 like Zedian Soulborgs. I also have, this is another C3V mini. And like I said, it's just a rudimentary paint, but this is for Death Commander Mark III. And then this is for, these are just really cheap 3D prints that I just like finally painted. And this is Executioner 616. So got them based. And like I said, I just need Zedian infantry for a card for Zedian infantry. Then I'll be having fun with them Soulborgs. Justin, what is my inspiration for the crackling color scheme? Well, Justin, I'm inspired by my painting, and by the way, hello Justin, first in the chat there in YouTube tonight, and then all around in the chats Warpig was absolutely first, and apparently Warpig has been sick probably for as much as I have been sick in the last few weeks, so I'm glad you're feeling better, Warpig. But Justin, when it comes to inspiration, well, the Tanuki Trickster's definitely for the Christmassy type feel, but the Krakenling, well, it's just some ideas, like for the tentacles, for the magnetized tentacles. Some people were talking about magnetizing, like cutting off the tentacles, magnetizing them. So I thought, okay, I'll get one that's you know, unpainted, and just try it out with that. But the blue, I just felt like doing blue with it. And sometimes I just get inspired to where I'm just like, this color might look kind of cool on it, and work on that now. I'm probably gonna have the shell, and we'll start painting some of the shell tonight as well. I see this is kind of like a teal type green. I might just end up doing silver on that, and then doing like the blue, obviously a blue border for that part, and then the spikes. Probably I'll do the spikes like just a pure like silver, or maybe gold. Actually, I might try the gold on this one. Like I said, sometimes I just like, oh, let's see what color works best. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I was just I had like an extra minute yesterday, and I'm just like, you know what, the blue might look nice on that, and I just started painting, and then I didn't stop. So yeah, so that's that. And then one other thing I just want to show, like, this is all 3D printed, like the base and everything, but I like got some rock monsters here, Granite Guardians, and those were this guy, and I got about like, what, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 of these guys, so 3 squads worth as well here. and this is all printed back there in that 3D printer. So the 3D printer can't print all the units well, but it prints Granny Guardians pretty good. When it prints, I mean, I haven't been able to get it actively printing good for a while, but I'll do the print. By the way, I do feel a bit better overall. and yeah, so I mean, last few weeks of like, I still have just a little bit of phlegm in my lungs, just a slight little bit of phlegm. So I'm still trying to clear that out, but I'm like, say, about 98-99% better. So anyway, y'all didn't come here to hear me chat. You came here to hear me to watch me paint a little bit. So I'm gonna paint a little bit. What am I gonna do first? I suppose I can do Mr. Kraken thing. And of course, I'm gonna make the conch kind of gray. Now, and the thing is too, when it comes to painting on a live stream, I can't do a finely tuned paint like this on a live stream. I have to like hold it close to my chest and see what I'm actually doing. So if whatever I'm painting tonight is going to be a broader version, that's why I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to paint this both sides of the shell and then just like fine tune the borders and edges when I have time. When not streaming. I tend to paint a bit better in that case. Although with the Tanuki Tricksters, I might do a little bit of a. See, Justin says YouTube has their yearly wrap up now, and this is my most viewed channel. Dude, sweet. Then you are probably one of the reasons why the view count's so high, and that's why I'm semi-monetized here. Alright. Let's go. Give him the gray shell. The gray shell. And so now I'll say something for this coming weekend. This Sunday I will not be streaming, and I'll even post that I won't be streaming this Sunday. But this Monday is going to be my birthday, and yeah, my wife sending me a cute video of the past. But this Monday is my birthday. I'm going to be 43 years old, and so I'm doing something with my family over the weekend. So not going to be able to stream, but next Wednesday I'll probably just be doing another painting stream, and be just doing painting streams all the way up until probably after Christmas, because I'm still trying to catch up with the backlog of stuff, because I won't be able to upload. I think I'll be able to upload much until I get home, like next Monday. Won't have time before that, and so following next week, trying to get stuff out, and paint, and I want to try to finish these Tanukis by Christmas, even if it's like on Christmas Eve, because I think Christmas Eve will be a Wednesday night. Christmas Eve, I'll try to finish getting them painted, if not earlier, and so that way things can be a little bit more festive here. I know. Like last time I was painting, like it was hard for me to paint because I was coughing and it hurt to stoop over, but I'm okay now for this. For stooping over here, so y'all can kind of see me in the camera a little bit. But yeah, so and then what date is it? The 28th, and this is important for some of y'all. 28th, we will have kind of like a premiere, a re-premiere of Tales of Valhalla Season 3. Hopefully I can get a few people, since it'll be between Christmas and New Year's. A few of like maybe a couple of the old cast on, maybe just a couple extra guests, and we just watch all of Season 3, which is about 2 hours, that evening, and eat popcorn, have memories, and just basically close that chapter of Tales of Valhalla, and then after that just start writing things for the future, you know. Start preparing for the inevitable of going through the whole process of storytelling again. And oh yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention, Justin. There will be a contest for it's like starting as soon as like I release season 3, which it might be a little bit earlier. I'll have a contest list on there for anybody who comments, and then I'll do a drawing probably after, because January I'm going to be mostly gone, nearly all January, and then back February. And so that February, that's when I'll probably do the drawing, and the prize is going to be a Kelda with a card, and basically a proxy Kurok. Oops, sorry, knock things over. A proxy Kurok, which if it needs to be rebased, I can rebase it, and as well as some 3D printed fire elementals. I have a Firestorm with Kelda, with cards. Some of it's proxy, so you can't use it for like official stuff, but at least you can use it for some for fun stuff, you know. And that I do have a card or two still signed by Craig Van Ness, and whatever, I think I got 1 or 2 left, and I'll give that away as well as far as that group. And it's either gonna be Drake Alexander or the Airborne Elite card. I'm not sure which, but we'll have that. But I'll get that finalized and shown by the time we premiere, and so that's gonna be a big prize getting into 2026, really. I kind of feel good about myself, because I've been doing a few prize giveaways lately, and because I know a lot of people do a lot for me with the watching and stuff, and even like the podcast on Spotify is growing. Like the audience is growing. It's absolutely wild. I'm sorry, I'm just looking. I have the Renegade paint guide just up for reference. Not for the colors, more so just to see where the paint goes on what part. Get close to the edges. I'll have to fill in those edges later. And put on over somewhere, and I need maybe. Okay, let's see here. I might paint this white and white, maybe. Here. Okay, gotta get this water out here. Anything else that I can make silver? Well, here. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit more silver before I put red on Scabrith here. Anyway, how's everybody preparing for this month? Everybody keeping warm? I have like literally layers on me right now. All that crazy wild cold weather. It just gets colder earlier every year. It makes me just want to move down to a tropical island and beach and just stay there. for it. Although I got the silver pretty good the other day on them. But again, sooner or later, a lot of the shine of this is going to be out for said Scaveroth, and it's going to be a lot of rust overlaid with rust, as my other Isonix are. You're up at 5 a.m. You're up at 5 a.m. cleaning snow. Oh my goodness! Yep. See, there you go. Yep. Yep. Well, for Thanksgiving, Justin, I don't know if you heard, but for Thanksgiving, I went up. We drove up to Michigan to surprise my mom and see my brother and my brother's wife and child and stuff, and so my son got to see his cousin for a little bit. But yeah, it's like you can feel the difference, the cold difference up there compared to down here in Kentucky. There definitely is a difference. I'm definitely glad I'm down here and not up there anymore. Okay, I think that's as much gray as I can get now. Focus on the red. Red gold. Where is the red? I don't think this is the red I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. That actually shakes it up pretty good when I do that. Okay. But I don't think that's the red I'm looking for. I could still use it a little bit if I can't find what I'm looking for. Actually, use a little bit of orange too. This Tempest orange, but I thought for sure I had red somewhere. Oh, red. Of course it never. Ah, there it is. I know I got red here, but that red is this red, and I want to use these Cultcraft reds on this. So, okay, there. Now we don't need, at least I don't think, to overdo it with the red. So we can just do a friendly mix. Yeah. You want some of these colors friendly with each other, you know? So they can say, I'm going to make friends. We're just going to have a friendly little tree here, a friendly little friend here, and a friendly little bit of gold here. Boom. Like the gold mix. Although it probably need a little bit more red, but here, hold on. Let's see. Okay, that needs to be mixed more. I apologize if it's like picking up on my mic. Or maybe, no, that's the sound of, it's very, if you can't tell, it's very windy outside. The bells outside are chiming. Okay, I need color, thank you. Thank you for the little bit of color. Alright. I don't see how this mixes. It could be quite terrible. Could. Excuse me. Alright. What brush would I like to use? Well, I need one that's broad, but not exactly. Am I thinking about continuing the rusty paint scheme on the Ice Snake squad? This may or switch up because they follow Vidar. Oh, the Vidar squad? I might still make them. It depends on how I get them. If I get them unpainted, then yeah, I might make them rusty. Doing the rusty thing just seems like a lot of fun. But Scavarth here. Oh yeah, he can get the rust treatment. Definitely gonna get the rust treatment. But first we gotta layer it down like there is no rust. So let's see how this. Part of me has to remember how to do rust. But let's see, I'm gonna give this reddish color here a chance. You know, actually, this color might be good to use for our little memory lane dragon friend too. Let's see, where is the one that's eating this? I gotta switch back to here. Hold on a second. Okay. So, hold on a second here. Bring out this mini memory here. Let's put down a layer of paint on him. A friendly little layer of paint on this mini memory. Just a happy layer. Just a happy layer of paint. Oh, okay, his chest is a bit yellow. As well as his arms. Okay. Just a happy dragon. Just a happy dragon. Receiving its first coat of paint. As he's swallowing up whatever that dragon delicacy is. Honestly, do not know how they paint the teeth. Just crazy to me. Globs on the little dragon baby. My scion, breathe, scion, breathe. Okay. Come over here. I'm gonna use paint smear on the top of that thing. Alright. Now let's look at Scav here. Bring the oh, Scavareth, where are you? I think I'm going back. Am I going back? Yeah, I'm going back too far. Come on, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. So yes, everything is yellow, which we're gonna turn red. Oh, that's complicated. Okay, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do what we can do. And then New Year's Eve is a Wednesday night as well. And I'm gonna see about, because Roguescaper keeps on asking me, like Ryan, would you like to play Heroscape online sometime? Like, well, whenever I have time, and quite possibly might have time that night, that evening. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but we're definitely gonna see. have to lean in so y'all can kind of see what's happening here with old Scav. Now, part of my thinking for painting Scavrith is how I'm painting him. It doesn't really matter to me if I mess up on certain areas, except for the arms. Like when I get the skin color of the arms on the thing, I want to make that, because that won't be rusty. It'll just be fleshy, fleshy. Hi. I'm quieter than normal. Oh, I'm not getting much in the way of talkative people tonight. I mean, Justin's talking to me a little bit, but I'm also concentrating on my painting. I got myself a quota, and I'm gonna do it. But yes, my throat is still a little bit affected from being sick myself the past few weeks. It's not, as I said, I'm about like 98% fine, you know, but still a little bit of wear from it all. Oh, wear. So yeah, I definitely need a break this weekend, you know. Take a break, spend time with my family, get out a little bit, enjoy the freezing cold, freeze a little bit, have people tell me happy birthday, you know, be like, yay, 43, oh. Although I'm not even 43, and something else fell apart on me yesterday. It's like, my son was finishing with a thing of schoolwork, and he's like, Dad, you need to check it out. So I get up from this chair and start walking over to where he's at, where his schoolwork is, and my right leg just gives out underneath me. Like there was a muscle on the side of my knee that decided just to start hurting, and oh my goodness, and I was just hobbling around like for a little bit after that. Yeah, Warpig sign. I did have a sinus thing. It was almost like a cold, but it stayed for weeks, and like the rest of my family got different versions of it. My son almost had the same symptoms that I did, but it only took him like a week or two. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks for him to get totally over it, and it's just taken me a lot longer. And since I've had bronchitis a couple of years ago, anything that touches my lungs, it just affects it, and so my lungs were affected, phlegmed up and stuff. So your daughter turned 4 last weekend. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter turning 4. Oh my goodness, remember when my son was 4? That was oh my goodness, I painted the abs red. Oops. You thought yours was food poisoning at first? Yeah, well, thank goodness I didn't get any nausea. None of us were nauseous, which is good. It just affected the sinuses and the lungs. Like I said, a lot of cold type symptom type things. I about painted as much red as I can with this thing, and even some I shouldn't have. I'm gonna try and get away. Let's see. Okay, this top part, yes, it does get red. If I can put any more red in there. Okay, just to make sure none of this red blobs. Oh my gosh, I painted over blue. I have to re-blue a lot of these cyan blue spots, but that's okay. important thing is we're getting more color in here. How am I feeling tonight? You said much better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should like. Last Wednesday, I was like coughing and I mean last Wednesday we were reading through the scenario, and I was doing a little bit better because I was starting to take medicine by that time last week, but it was still like I was still hacking up a storm, so that was a tough one to go through. So yeah, I was coughing a lot. I had fever like twice, like a week apart, and it was the second time that I had fever that I finally was just like, okay, I am gonna have someone check me out because I don't want this sticking on me for like a long time. Just don't need it, don't want it. So I got myself looked at, then I got myself some meds, took the meds, and it sounded like that. yeah. Well, that was that was like even when I was streaming like the weeks before, I was just like, and I was just coughing, and my voice just sounded just awful. Very, very dark. Oh, okay. This is metal, but this is red. All right. This. It ain't easy being red. Just looking here, what else can be? Okay, actually a lot of this top part, arms can. What isn't flesh is red. So I'm just looking as closely as I can here. But that back part of the arm though is okay. That back part's muscle. It's part of the flesh, but some parts of it isn't. So right, okay, yeah, but okay. I think I've redded this as much as I can. Okay, all that looks silver underneath there though. So I'm probably gonna do that with silver. So let me rest the underside of this caterpillar. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna let them be for now. I think I've done enough for them. Park them. Park them over here. Yeah. Anyway, work in progress. Now, let me there. Let me go back to this dragony dude. Put him on this pedestal. And use some more of this red here. I know that creature there it's holding in his hand is like a little bit different, but it's alright. We'll do some attempts at finesse painting later. Not streaming when I have time. I find sometimes when I paint, we now know that Savaris would sound like, what's that would sound like is, Prison by Revna. Okay, trying to get. Okay, I gotta get. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta get your underside. I don't care if it tickles. Well, Savaris is about to go through his own mini adventure with Light Volley. Next year, that'll be a lot of what I'm animating, probably. Unless I get other requests for other things, but on my free time, that's what I'm probably going to do. Okay. Now my back is starting to feel it, but that's okay. Okay. Put this little dragon over here. And now what do we got? What do we got to work on? I'm going to work on these Tanukis. Now, like I said with Tanukis here, I'm going to do something different with them. Actually, let me get the paint schematic for them. Where are they? Oh, they're further up here. Nope. Okay, they're somewhere. Okay. So the paint scheme for these guys, like I'm still gonna make the green a little bit more green. Matter of fact, I got a green here I'm gonna try out, but also I'm gonna make the belts blue and then their bags red. Try to give them a Christmassy type feel. And okay, so their gloves would be blue too. Okay, I'm gonna like do some blue on this, and I'll try to do some finesse painting here. I guess as finesse as possible. Not finessey. Okay, I'm trying to use this one. Well, you'd be surprised. Savaris and Bakbarna have a little bit in common because they're voiced by the same person. Unofficially voiced by the same person. Because as of right now, this person is the only person who is doing any type of voices for these guys. Okay. Let's see, is that gonna be, that's a little big. Alright. I'll go with the smaller one then. Tiny one. Now, I might put these to my chest, we'll see. I might be able to lean in, but again, I want to make the belt. Okay. The belt, the sheath. Kind of bluish. I can make the belt buckle blue too. I'm gonna make these guys as festive as I can. That was a deep cut. Oh yeah, no. I voiced Black Bernard because I have like a, or I should have a trademark on the voices I have for the Morrow, because most of the Morrow, with the exception of like the heroes, some friends voiced, but most all the Morrow I voiced, especially like the Morrow squads. And my friend Joey Ranieri, he sat with me during a time when I was doing the voiceovers of a lot of the Morrow. And for him, it was an experience that was very, very frightening. Very, very frightening for him. Because I did not sound like myself. come on, come on. Yes. He's trying to make this blue. It ain't easy being blue, or green for that matter. Okay, oh yeah, I have on dude too. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the strap that goes all the way up, so you gotta make it blue all the way up. So Santa's little helpers here. And I didn't know tonight I was gonna do some finesse painting, but here we are. Now, am I as good as a lot of other painters? Absolutely not. But considering the fact that these are not the only Tanuki tricksters I'm probably going to eventually get, I can have some fun with them. As far as I'm concerned, Renegade, yeah, tied you to the voice that can. Well, no, this is beyond argument too, as far as I'm concerned. That like that short I did for Renegade earlier this year, all those voices, how those voices are done. Yeah, I consider that canon for sure. Not matter what anybody says, I am tied to it, and just that alone just makes me so proud of the work that's been done the past 10 plus years, creating that series, just to have that opportunity. Edge highlight, Warpig, I have no idea. I'm just putting paint down. I'm just putting paint down. I'm just a guy who has no idea what the F he's doing. But I definitely like put like some white down on. I put some white down on like the gloves and the belt and stuff. Not much finesse, but I just wanted some white so the bright colors could be a little bit brighter, or the colors could be a little bit brighter off this. Wait, does he have something in his hand, in his palm? Or is it just a balled up fist? I think it's just a balled up. I'm just going to say it's a balled up fist. So that way I can paint the whole thing blue. Yeah, Warpig, well, yeah. I need to have a class with myself too. It's just a matter of trying to find time, which is really tough to do. But sometime. Look, I go through life and I have no idea what I'm doing. I just do what I can. Ow, okay, now my back's starting to hurt. Okay, turn over here, maybe that'll help. Let's see, where are we at? How far are we into the stream? Where are we at this stream here? Okay, I'll probably close it. We're like about almost 15 minutes into the stream, so I'll go for like a little bit longer. But at least we've painted a little bit of everything I wanted to paint tonight. I'm gonna work on more sometime. Probably not the next few days, because like I said, this weekend, birthday weekend. But let me get back, and next Wednesday we'll be on, and hopefully I'll have advanced a little bit further on these guys. Like 'Tis the season to be a Tanuki, though. Oy. So the day I found out about the Citadel mushroom, was the same day I saw mushrooms. It's a shortcut. A shortcut to what? Mushrooms. I don't know how we're not gonna be using a meme for a shortcut to mushrooms when that thing gets released. Hobbits of the world unite. You know, there's mushrooms underground in the Citadel, apparently. So we need to grab the mushrooms. I think I don't remember who I was listening to, but someone was giving like a negative comment about it. I'm just like, come on. Come on. Everybody needs to get high off the spores, you know. I'm just saying. Okay. Folds of this thing. I'm gonna say it stops there. The paint is blue. The paint is blue. Your darn paint is blue. Okay. I think I'm overlapping some of the paint, but that's alright. Yeah, I'm painting over the thing. Okay. Whatever. We don't know where the blue ends and the green. I think actually the blue is supposed to end there. Let's see here. One fold, two fold. Yeah, okay. So yeah, painted a little bit over, but that's alright. I'll put some green on it later, sometime. Well, at least, I mean, I was thinking, it's like, is the blue gonna work? You can't wait for them? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Heroscape said they didn't look family friendly. Okay. So the Citadel is Pittsburgh. I think, oh yeah, that's right. I think someone was saying it's like, doesn't that look like a, you know, that type of thing. It looks very phallic, you know. It's like, well, don't we have dirty minds? I'm joking, by the way. I don't have. I didn't see anything. I mean, it's a mushroom. I'm sorry. Mushrooms look phallic. That's just what they are. That's what they look like. What are you supposed to do about it? I'll tell you what they're supposed to do about it. Mass produce them at a high level. Okay. Alright. Well, blue worked for that dude. Yeah, I think that's everything on him. I'm sure I'll have to repaint over again, these guys. Alright, what's our time? Okay, still got a few more minutes. Let's try and get the blue on this dude. This dude with Santa's, see, I put a little too much white on this guy, so I have to change that. OBS. Oh, commenting for like last Sunday for the meme review. There's actually like we only got to maybe like a little over half of the memes that I had because of the technical difficulties I was having, and even after the stream, and you'll see this one as soon when I release the backstage for all y'all, that we were running the backstage, but I could only run OBS. Anything else, I couldn't even get into the browser of my computer. Everything else but OBS was just frozen. So that was kind of crazy last Sunday. That was definitely kind of crazy. So I have in reserve still a whole bunch of memes that unfortunately we'll have to wait till next year for. It was great having Dysel on though. Hopefully sometime in the future we'll have her back on for like an in-depth discussion on competitive play, because she's got a lot to say and she's fun talking about things, and she plays constantly too, so it's great person to learn from. I can't wait to play. Oh, the Cthulhu Daddy. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That thing. My goodness. Is that. And I'm like I said, I'm still waiting. It would be really cool if we get a penguin. I want a penguin. Machine gun penguin. Let's bring it. There's no reason not to have a machine gun penguin. All I want for Christmas is my machine gun penguin. I want a machine gun penguin for Christmas. Only a machine gun penguin will do. Okay. Good news is that me being kind of precise, I'm doing a halfway decent job getting the blue on these things, which I'm kind of surprising myself. I gotta be careful though. That's going to be fun to paint. Yeah, that is the one I'm definitely not, unless someone like buys me the unpainted version. I am not gonna paint. That's just that would take me the rest of my life, and I need to animate this stuff. I don't have time for that. I ain't got time for that. But it definitely looks like a cool mini. Okay, we are getting there. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, we're getting the blue. Definitely so. Good. Remind me after it's out, and I'll tell you Easter egg. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Shazam! Okay. What's our time? Okay. So I'm just like, the great news is I can keep these paints, although that white is about to like spill out into the thing. So guess what? I'm gonna take, where is, I think this is our white dragon. Which I don't know if it's gonna be, eventually be white. I may paint it green, I don't know. But I'm gonna take some of this white and put it on now. That way it's not running afoul here. Or maybe I'll make the body green and the wings white. I don't know. But these dragons, I guess need some attention too. I'm sorry, scions. The scions. Yeah, next year is gonna be busy. And I hope for me, like when it comes to animating stuff, like busy for me and productive too, because I really like to do some animating and be able to maintain like a studio from it. But we'll see. Yeah, this is gonna take some work. It's okay. There. Alright, so I think that's fine. Alright, let's do. Ow, 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 my back. My back, I can't stand. I tell you what I can't stand, and I can't stand no more. Okay, now this, I'm gonna use this now. Okay, I'm gonna try this green by itself. I can't do it. I can't. No, okay, that's a bubble. No, no, that's not really paint. That's more like the oil paint. Come on, luck be a lady tonight. That's better. Alright, we're just going to try it on these guys and then wrap up. Let's see. Let's see how this screen looks. Oh yeah, it looks. Is that Wellspring getting the holograms? Oh. This? Yes, it's got wonderful sparklies on it. I don't know why I have these here. But they're here for some reason. I don't know, because I probably didn't put them away. But yeah, they already have wonderful sparklies. That was done a long time ago. Okay, I like this green. This is a good green. Hey Brennan, how you doing? How well's on ToV land? Enjoy the holidays and keep on keeping on. Enjoy the background noise while I cook. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad I wasn't coughing or nothing like that too much. But yeah, just casually painting, recognizing that year end is soon, and I have to think about what I'm doing next year. That's going to take a little bit more fast, so I'm just trying it out. But yeah, Brennan, Well, bless you. You have a great time too. I'll probably still be around. But not next Sunday. Not next Sunday. It's gonna be my birthday on Monday, so doing something with my family. But next Wednesday will be same time here, same type of painting probably. So. Yeah, I like the green. The green's good for this guy. Okay, I want to get in here, but I don't want to ruin my other blue paint. That's legit. Oh well, happy birthday, Brennan Nichols! Yay! Okay, okay. I guess I gotta sing. Happy birthday to you. I'm a terrible singer, by the way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brennan. Happy birthday. Or I could sing it like Solaris. Happy birthday. No, I'm sorry. No, I can't do Solaris right now. My throat's still terrible. And I don't want to wake up everybody in the house because that's so high pitched. But yes, happy birthday to you. Oh, come on, nothing, sir. Yeah, question is, you don't have to say your age, but I don't have no problem saying my age. I'm going to be 43. And I kind of feel it. I don't look it, but I kind of feel it. Okay, so it's confirmed. I like this green for these Tanuki for sure. And what's our time? Okay, got a few more minutes. I'm just gonna put a little bit more green on this guy and then call it a night. Get some sleep. All these December babies. Yep, that means March and a lot of March. Well, I mean for me, it was back it was March in 1982. So, yeah, I don't know what my parents were doing, but, well, I know what they were doing. Obviously, I was conceived, but, you know, it's some wild oats being sown, you know. I busted up laughing, and my wife asked what I was giggling about. I hit 34 tomorrow. Okay, 34, yay, enjoy 34. Hi, well, let me think. 34. What am I, 43? So 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay. So 34. Did you say 1982? Yeah, 1982. Yeah. I mean, December 1982, but still 1982. Yep. Yeah, 80s kid. 80s kid. Again, 43. 43. But, like, 34, that was... Okay, I'm going to be 43. So that was 9 years ago. So it was 2 to 2.5 years away from having my son at 34. And so, yeah, 34 would have been like Well, it'd been like 2016, 2017. So yeah, around that time, I was neck deep in doing the animating for Tales of Valhalla and just like getting season 2 done to start on season 3. So no, actually no. 2016, I was writing season 2 and season 3. My goodness, it's like crazy, amazing what I was doing. And still trying to just stay alive because I was struggling a lot with the Crohn's health issues too. Then, yeah, I really like the screen. The screen's good. Yes, but see, I know it's like you say, look, but it's like, look, see, the hair's going. I'm like, it's actually like the top of my hair is very thin, so I'm thinking of just chopping it all off and just going the bald route. My brother, who is gonna be 40 soon, already has all his hair off. He's just like, dude, I just went bald. You might as well go bald. Like, yeah, probably might have to. Well, the starter was -1. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's amazing how, I mean, the older you get, how fast time really does start flying by. The older you get, but at the same time, even when you're at 40, you realize, okay, you've gone through 40 years of life. Technically, technically, life speaking, you have another 40 years to go, so you're halfway through. So basically, you're just starting at 1 again, you know. Only now you have all the experience of the previous 40 years to propel you forward. Sunblock is a joke. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you with that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I gotta paint the boards nuts here. Underneath is like the crevices on these things, just crazy ridiculous. But at least this board is starting to take more shape. And when I mean shape, I mean the color. The color of the dude. See? Still got work to do on them, but we're getting there. Anyway, gotta wrap up, guys. So let me put this, wash those paintbrushes. Gotta get to sleep in order to. Oh, let's just say I got to do some traveling this weekend. So everybody who might be traveling or doing whatever out there, stay safe on the roads. I definitely plan on doing that myself. Stay safe, stay well, stay warm. Eat a lot of food. That's what I'm going to try to do. Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, we're big. Yeah, you know, my grandpa, when he was alive, I think he balded like in his 40s. And he always had hair on his side up until, you know, he got a little bit older. But I mean, he died relatively young. He died. It's been like 25 years now, practically. Since he passed. And the thing is, his wife, my grandma, she passed away at 92, just the beginning of this year. Like literally, it was like January, like 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, or something. She passed, so she lived 25 years longer than him. So So he was, I think he was like coming to late 60s, I think. And he died basically of a heart attack. It was a rough year that year, year 2000, and then he passed, and I had an uncle pass, on like his son pass, and then 9/11 happened. Outside of Pittsburgh, Shalakta, Pennsylvania, which is still like an hour, I think an hour drive, hour or so drive from Pittsburgh. But yeah, that grandpa. Yep. Now, since my grandma passed, there, because she was in a care facility, a very nice care facility in Shalakta, last year, and then we had a memorial, like towards the spring, and where my mom, me, my wife, son, my brother, my sister, and their family, and their families, their spouses and kids, all gathered at a church where my great grandpa was a pastor for in Elderton, which is practically near Shalakta, or isn't practically in Shalakta, but and had a memorial service where it's like I had my mom, some of my mom's cousins and aunts and stuff gather as well, and I had a memorial service there. It was very nice. It's like it's family that you don't see very often, like even the cousins and the aunts and uncles and stuff. And so that was a fun time. But that was probably, and we traveled to Shalakta a lot when I was growing up, as a kid. So I have a lot of memories there. Unfortunately, though, in my adult life, ended up having some not so great memories, especially in the last few years. Nothing against my grandma or anything, but just other circumstances. And so our time there, this year is probably the last time we'll ever be there. And the good thing is, though, that when we were there for my grandma's memorial, we stopped in the cemetery where my grandpa and my uncle are buried, and as well as my aunt too, my mom's sister. She also passed away a few years ago, and so with my son, and my son, he my mom had my grandma cremated, and then it's going to be put in the grave next to my grandpa, and that was practically already done. And my son got to see my grandma, his great grandma, a few times when he was a baby, and then in this past year got to see her, but unfortunately she had dementia so bad that she barely knew who I was, let alone Jose or my wife. But he still got to see her, and so he still has that little bit of memory in him. And when we were at grave site, so I can see my grandpa's grave, my uncle's grave, clean out the area a little bit. But my son didn't know them. He knew his great grandma, and my mom was there with us in the cemetery, and he was like kind of just there at the gravesite where my grandma was buried, or is basically there. That's where we say great grandma's going to be here now, since she's passed. And he was just standing there by himself when we were like getting ready to go in the cars, in the vehicles. And he came back, and my mom asked him, "What were you doing over there, Jose?" And he it was like my mom was asking, were you saying goodbye? And he's like, no, no, no. He's like, I was saying, I see you later. Cute kid. So that's one moment with my son that I know he's got a good heart. I just hope he keeps holding on to that, because we all want to raise our kids to be good people, influential, good people, no matter where they go in life. I'm just glad that with the help of like my wife, her father, my mom, he gets raised right, So yeah, that was one moment where I was, kind of proud dad there. But I do have to wrap up, y'all, and I do appreciate y'all, everybody who came in the chat tonight. And again, I know I've said this like 3 or 4 times, but this Sunday, no stream. Y'all take a break. I'm taking a break, birthday break, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. We're probably gonna do some more painting, chatting, whatever we think about talking about. We will, and like I say, I'll say kind of what my son said. See you later. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see all of you next time. Later now. Bye. Got a good head start. Yeah, he does. Yeah. I just keep on praying God gives him wisdom, But yeah. All right. Y'all take care. See you next Wednesday. Take care now. Bye. Likely stream in this slot on Twitch. You meant a Sunday? Oh, do what you can, Warpig. Carry the torch. I have some relaxation to do. But anyway, there you go. Bye.